After seeing the most photographed place in Colorado, is there really anything else out there worth going to explore? I would answer that with a resounding yes. Welcome to Journey Beyond Overland, the place where adventures begin. My name is Chris, and along with my husband Bill and our dogs Rue and Rourke, we love exploring all over this country. And today we're going to take you to a gem that's hidden in plain sight near Marble, Colorado. Marble, Colorado may only be a tiny dot on the map, but it's well known in the 4x4 world because it's the starting point for a 5-mile moderate trail that takes you along the Crystal River and to the iconic site of the Crystal Mill.
It's going to be the shot of the day, isn't it?
As beautiful and scenic as this place is, most people will spend 20 or 30 minutes here tops. And then the question becomes, where do you go next? Do you go back that same road you came in on? Or do you go beyond the mill, towards Lead King Basin or Schofield Pass? As Tristan and Taylor were driving a rental vehicle from Peak Overland Rentals, we decided that Schofield Pass was just a little spicy for us. So instead, we turned left and headed up Lead King Basin. So we are now driving up Lead King Basin from Crystal. This is very steep. It's pretty narrow. It's a little shifty. Probably will be a 1,000-foot drop on the side here in a little bit. There are a lot of trees, so it's not as open as Black Bear is, where you feel like the world is just falling away. But it really has. It's just right behind the trees. So, you ready? Lost Trail Road gains an elevation of 500 or 600 feet as you head towards the Lead King mine. And although that might not seem like a lot, it sure makes these shelf roads feel a lot more significant, especially if you're a little afraid of heights.
It's kind of crazy.
Is that what you think of the old Lead King Basin?
It's a good challenge to drive. I haven't fallen off the edge yet.
I prefer you didn't.
I prefer I didn't too. I don't want to hurt the dogs.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much the shelf roads that bothered me. Instead, it was the fact that this little narrow shelf is actually a two-way road.
You probably can't tell because it's way too bright out behind me, but it's probably a good 500-foot fall. It was a little bit further down, back a little further, but that beautiful creek is starting to rise up to meet us. I keep telling Bill we need to keep moving because this is not a one-way trail. I don't hear anything. I don't know what he's asking about. He heard something beeping. He doesn't know what it is. That's not encouraging. Let's keep moving. I don't like sitting sideways. I mean, it's only 8 degrees off camber, but it's 8 degrees off camber down the mountainside.
Although to me it felt like driving those shelf roads took an eternity, it's probably only about a half-mile of trail. And then you find yourselves entering this beautiful woodlands as the North Fork of the Crystal River rises up to meet you. And this is where you'll find an abundance of dispersed camping, right along that creek.
There are probably 6, 8, 10, 12. There are a lot of waterfalls along this. It's just beautiful. Just repeat after repeat after repeat. Just goes straight up and down this gorge. If you explore here, these rocks are a little slick even when they're not wet. So just be careful. Use your common sense. Everybody's got some of it, right? This is highly recommended. Beautiful campsites right along this river. Once you get past those steep shelf roads and those drop-offs, very worth coming over to Lead King Basin.
If you've ever thought you might like to try out overlanding, or you have a rig but you don't want to drive all the way out west because it takes up so much time, here's an option that you might want to consider. Taylor and Tristan rented this particular rig from Peak Overland Rentals. Peak Overland also has an available package that includes your chairs, tableware, refrigerator, stove, water, just about anything you can think of that you might need while you're on your overland trip in Colorado. This particular rental also included an iCamper 3.0, which is large enough for at least 2 adults, possibly a third. And when you consider the amount of money you're going to be saving because you don't have to pay for a hotel or a condo or an Airbnb, the cost of an overland rental that's fully equipped and ready to go might be just the perfect option for you.
I do not have my heart set on going to the flat tops.
I don't either. I want to do it just so I can say I did, but I don't know that we're going to be that impressed. Everybody thinks it's so cool, but after you've been to these places, why is that cool?
I've heard really good things about Transfer Trail, but beyond Transfer
I'd like
Trail,
to do the trail, yeah.
I don't know. And we'll just have to look and see what weather is where and whether we want to do something different.
What kind of project is it to do, like, Transfer Trail and go across the flat tops and come down Coffee Pot?
You could do it in a day.
So maybe we'll just do that.
Yeah, you could do it. Go up Transfer Trail, over and down, and then find camping on Coffee Pot if there's available camping.
Behind the scenes planning at Journey Beyond.
Absolutely. This is what we do. Because we had a general idea of where we were going, but weather can change that, right?
Right.
You just never know.
We didn't have cell signal here, but the earlier weather predictions suggested we should put up that rain fly and get to making dinner.
And this guy already knows there's dinner. He's already concerned that he may not get any. Right, bud? Is that your dinner right there? He's like, yes, that is my dinner. So the question of the day is, do you eat your mashed potatoes with a fork or with a spoon? Inquiring minds want to know. Bill, is it a fork or a spoon?
Fork.
Fork. Taylor, fork or spoon?
It's a spoon for me.
Why?
I'm a big bowl girl, so spoons are typically more
Big
conducive.
bowl girl. That sounds weird.
Why didn't you ask him why? I feel like you have a biased opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I am using a fork, so yes, I have a biased opinion. What do you use?
I'm using a spoon.
Why?
I'm just using what my wife gave me.
I'm a normal human.
Because you're a normal human. You're eating your mashed potatoes with a spoon. And you are pleading the fifth because your wife gave you the fork, and so what would you normally use? Would you use a fork or
Probably would
spoon?
have got a fork.
Okay.
Although the weather did look a touch menacing after dinner, the rain had not started. And so Bill, Taylor, and I decided to take a walk up the road with the dogs to see what we could see. And so for a short time, we got to enjoy the rocks, the river, and the mountain views, and talk about things like super-dubers. Super-duber. And if you don't know what that is, feel free to ask.
Ooh, look at the sun on the trees. Okay, it's raining on top of that mountain. Let's move.
And it was about then that the winds started to pick up, and we decided to take a chance on the Gladiator's ability to look at the weather predictions, even without cell signal. And we knew we were facing a storm. Good morning. We're out here this morning, waking up at camp on Lead King Basin, the creek that comes down through here. Rained a little overnight, but it's been a beautiful morning. This is a beautiful trail. It's probably about 6:30, 6:45 in the morning. Bill likes getting up early and getting packed up, eating a decent breakfast, and moving on, but kind of taking our time. Because if you don't stop and sit and just enjoy the sounds and the spaces and the beauty of this world that was created for us, the waterfall behind me, waterfall below me, this beautiful creek running through, you're really missing some of the best part, some of the biggest blessing that was ever given to us. It's just to enjoy this world that was made for us. So instead of just driving breakneck speeds through those trails, stop and sit and enjoy it, because you may never be back that way again. Gosh, it smells fabulous already. What are we having this morning?
French toast and sausages.
Very exciting. So the question this morning, the poll for the day is, do you use regular store syrup or do you choose maple syrup? Taylor, what do you choose?
Definitely maple syrup.
Definitely maple syrup? Why?
10 out of 10. Because it comes from the trees and it is in its natural state as it should be.
Does it taste better?
It tastes 100% better.
Okay.
Which one are you using now?
I was not aware that there was maple syrup available, and my father dumped the fake syrup on my plate.
Your father dumped fake syrup on your plate? Oh
It's
my.
The tree farmer.
The tree farmer over here dumped fake syrup on his daughter's plate.
I wasn't patient enough to wait for you to get the other kind out.
I told you where it was.
That's two now.
So basically,
I was not aware.
what's your preference, Bill?
Maple syrup.
But you used fake syrup this morning also.
Yep, I was in a hurry.
You were too impatient for your wife to get out the real syrup. And I know what Tristan likes using,
We already know it is.
because Tristan bought the store syrup. Why do you like the store syrup?
It's cheaper.
Definitely, it's cheaper. Does it taste better?
Yes.
Oh, now I think you're weird. And as soon as I get my plate, it's going to have real maple syrup on it, and everybody else just missed out this morning. So.
Good morning, famous Chris is talking to yourself.
But I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to this dog who's whining.
He's not where he wants to be.
Well, compared to, I mean, I know I love Kentucky and everything, but compared to that, this is just worlds apart.
We left the river and the forest behind, and we are now climbing up a whole bunch of switchbacks up towards the top of the trail on Lead King Basin, and there are just views for miles. Absolutely beautiful morning, sunshine, white puffy clouds, just a gentle breeze. This is in the Raggeds Wilderness area. I would love to fly my drone here, but you can't. As always, video never does it justice. Inclines and declines. We always talk about how inclines and declines, it never does justice, but it never does justice to the just vast expanse of what's out here either. So come see it for yourself.
There he goes, little grouse boy. Taking a sweet time.
He's taking it serious.
I guess I'll get out of the way. All right.
The Lead King Basin Trail is about 8 miles long from where it intersects with Schofield Pass out to Marble, and it's rated at a level 4. You could pretty much drive any stock 4x4 high-clearance vehicle through here, as long as the road is dry. If it were wet, well, that's a whole different ballgame. The best time of year to drive this road is August or September, because snows can make this impassable as late as July and as early as October. But if you're seeking out those fabulous fall colors, if the snow hasn't blocked this road, this could be a great place to look. There's also a spur trail up to the top of Sheep Mountain that'll add a little over 2 miles one way, but we didn't have time to explore that on our trip. If you go to the top, make sure to bring your binoculars. Rumor has it, there's a beautiful view up there.
Wonder Woman gets it done again.
Oh my gosh, you're so weird. I think this is the only trail you let me drive so far.
It's because I'm a man.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. I have to make you start driving the Black Jeep every trip just so I can drive.
Yeah, except we don't trust it anymore.
It's gotten better. You replaced the radiator. What else did you replace? Radiator and...
Maybe someday I'll go 3 trips in a row without anything going wrong. That'd be cool.
Maybe.
Good Lord. See, that was not there when we started the trip. These guys, there's where all the paper towels went.
That's where all the paper towels went.
We were attacked by mice up in the White River National Forest.
Yes, we were.
And there's the new nest. How wonderful. Little turds anyways.
Mouse in there, not mouse and mouse. Airing up and down generally takes a little bit of time, but it's so worth it on these rough roads. Usually while we're taking that time to air up, I'm checking out our surroundings. And today, I was checking out this beautiful lake. And that's where I met Gary. So what's your name?
Gary Kern,
And where are you from, Gary?
Topeka, Kansas.
But how often do you come here?
Every year.
That's
At least
awesome.
once, sometimes several.
So you know all these mountains. You want to tell me about these mountains?
Okay, I will tell you about these mountains.
Okay.
This rock face mountain, you can't see all of it, but it's called Raspberry Ridge.
Okay.
This one here is called White House.
Okay.
That big tall one there.
Okay.
That one there is called Sheep Mountain.
Okay.
The one over here is called Daly.
Okay.
Then you have to come out here and see the rock face over here. It's called Gallows.
Do you know how to spell that last one?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's fine. That's very cool. You know,
And the river, the creek that runs through here is called the Crystal River.
okay.
This one you cross right up here is called Carbonate Creek.
There you go. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
And then there's another one you cross on the way in. You can't hardly see it. It's called Slate Creek, and it only runs when there's a lot of rain.
Okay. Well,
But there's a little trickle in it, yeah.
very cool. And you are fishing for what out here?
Trout.
How often do you find trout out here?
Almost every time I catch trout stuff, I've been out of luck this week
Oh,
so far.
no. So it's been a rough week.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we ain't going home yet.
Gary and his wife used to own property here and was a treasure trove of information for the area. Before going our separate ways, he told us about the Marble Mill ruins, local history, and the best place to eat. Marble may be a tiny town, but there are a handful of places to eat here. But the Slow Groovin' Barbecue, this was excellent and dog friendly. Yes, that is a better place for you to lay down right there. That is a perfect place for you to lay down right there. Just keep your eyes peeled for the local meat thief. After lunch, we took Gary's advice and went down to check out the ruins of the local marble mill. So we're walking around the ruins of the old marble mill here in Marble. There's still some significant walls standing. If you're interested in checking that out, there's marble everywhere. Some pieces cut, some pieces not cut. You can just kind of walk around down here. There's a little bit of parking up at the front. Right now I'm walking along a line of columns. See if you can see one behind me. There's one behind me right here. There's a whole line of columns, and Tristan has said that, which makes a lot of sense to everybody else, that we're probably walking along the old railroad bed right now, and that these were all used as cranes to get the finished marble or the marble slabs, or whatever it is that somebody wanted, out of the train and out of here, so they could deliver more they needed to.
It's impressive, all these odd pieces, if you look at it, they put together like a puzzle and have it come out nice and straight.
That's pretty cool.
If it was still a structure, it would be
It's
standing.
like Mike and
The only
Jenka.
reason we don't build buildings out of this material any longer is because it's expensive.
Very expensive.
I don't see one building in this town that's still together using this, because there's a church over here too that's down.
Well, you heard the story, though, why the church is gone. Because they used green wood to build the roof, and the roof collapsed. And that led to a debate between Bill and Taylor over the quality of marble as a building material. But I was more interested in talking to Greg. So 3 years in the making. How much longer do you think it's going to take?
There'll be another set of slabs up here,
Okay, yeah.
but they're going to have like a crescent kind of, except it gets bigger at that end and smaller at that end.
Okay.
Same with this. But these are the ones that I've been making, and I own some property down the road that had a bunch of marble dumped on it years ago.
Okay.
You can see the oldness of it on the back there.
Okay.
See all that rust?
Yes.
That's how they used to cut marble,
Interesting.
with metal shot. And if you were a very bad boy, you probably got fired
If you messed that up?
if you left like you were cutting and then you left even one speck of rust at
Yes.
nighttime, because the next day it would be there and you'd never get it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
What are you using to shape these? Or are you just installing them?
well, first they're bigger blocks, and first I drill them and knock them up. You can see my drill marks.
Okay.
And then I use that hammer and that wedge over there. I actually want to leave some drill marks, because if you look at the front of the stage, that was left here from a long time ago.
Okay.
And it's got drill marks in it.
Got
So
it.
my big problem is I want to cut an arc in here. You can see a magic
Okay.
marker.
I see it.
And it's real hard though to make a flat blade go round.
I expect that's really hard in the rock, like this.
I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And I'll have to cut 2 more arcs up here, so
For the higher levels.
once I figure it out, that's when I'll cut them.
It'll be easy then. Go ahead and tell me what your website is. I'll remember it that way.
My website is Greg Tonozzi,
Okay.
TONOZZI.com.
Very cool. Thank you very much. As we walked back to the Jeeps through the maze of the old mill ruins, it amazed me how blessed we were to not only encounter 2 men who were excited to talk to us about the area, but 2 men who were also willing to do so on video. So thanks to Gary and Greg. From Marble, it's about 60 miles of asphalt, all the way up to Coffee Pot Road, where we found dispersed camping for the night. But if you're interested in our adventure up the transfer trail and across the flat tops, you're just going to have to come back next time. So make sure to come back and join us then. And although I'd recommend against this kind of fun,
Hi! I am now covered in mud.
make sure to go out and find your own adventure.